see people doing amazing hand rolls, crazy fast. In this video I'm going to be talking all about the Carved Dragon Nunchaku we have for sale at Enso Martial Arts. I'm going to be talking about what they look like, what they're made of, who would use these, and at the end I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks just to get you started training with nunchucks. Hi, my name's Doug Swift. I've been doing martial arts for the past 33 years and I've been the owner of Enso Martial Arts for the past 16 years. If you're liking this video, click the little icon, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest videos and updates from Enso Martial Arts. So let's get into this video and learn all about the Carved Dragon Nunchaku we have for sale at Enso. These are the Carved Dragon Nunchucks that we have for sale at Enso. And their main feature, which makes them really fancy looking, is that they've got a carved dragon all winding all the way up the length of the chucks into a dragon head. Ooh, dragon head, breathing a bit of fire, and he's got a ball or cabbage or something there right in the middle. And you get this with the ball bearings, and you get the dragon spiraling down the other way, down the chuck, all the way down the other chuck. So you get a dragon on each chuck carved into the wood. Now, I don't think this is hand carved anymore. I'm sure they do this with like a laser or a machine that does this. There is no way that a £20 pair of nunchucks is going to be hand carved. Now, if you did want them hand carved, you're best off just buying a pair of plain chucks and carving it out yourself. A pair of hand carved chucks is probably not going to exist anymore. So yeah, almost certainly it is done by machine these days. Now, the carving in these chucks is really cool, but it also has a practical purpose. It's really grippy. So the carving is actually fairly deep and it gives you quite a lot of grip on your hands. So if you're someone who finds that your chucks are always slipping out of your hands, you don't get on with the really smooth pair of chucks like these round ones here, very smooth. Maybe these Carved Dragon ones will be really good for you, like with all that extra grip. So it's a very different feeling in your hands to a majority of chucks. It's not rough. It doesn't cut your hands up, but it's a lot rougher than what you'd expect from a lot of chucks. Now, it is carved out of red wood. Now, red wood is used in loads and loads of martial arts training equipment, especially the Japanese weapons like the bokken and Saburi bokken, the bow staffs, hanbo jo. Red oak is like the standard wood for a lot of Japanese training weapons. And for nunchucks as well, it's used quite a lot in wooden nunchucks. Really durable, really hard wearing. Now, you can bash these against stuff if you want. The red oak will take the punishment. If you go completely bonkers and start smashing them against breeze blocks and the floor and you're constantly just hammering them, there is a chance that you might break them. It's pretty unlikely, but there is a chance, so just giving you a bit of warning, like take it easy. But really, you are going to dent this. Now, the wood is very tough, but it will dent a little bit, and this will give up little burrs and whatever over time, so it's just less comfortable for your hands. Also, you're going to trash the carving, so you know, take them easy, just use them for their intended purpose, and you'll keep a really nice looking chucks for a long time. The other features on these is you get the chain and ball bearing. Now, this isn't the most traditional style of fixing, but it is the most common and the most popular now. People really like the ball bearing. The main feature is that you can go really fast with these, so you get a very smooth, consistent spin, and you know, and it's really quick. So people like to look flashy, people like to look fast with nunchucks. So the ball bearing has become the standard for nunchucks. Nunchucks are a very well-known martial arts weapon. In fact, if you speak to a lot of people, they may have never ever even done martial arts, but they say, oh yeah, I used to do nunchucks when I was a kid, I had a pair of nunchucks. So there's a lot of people that train with them, but they don't actually fit into any particular martial arts. You could argue they fit into Japanese Kobudo maybe, and there are some sort of Chinese styles that have them in, but not really. They are a kind of martial arts weapon that stand alone. Now, some classes have like merged them into their class. They've bolted them in. You know, some of the black belt academies, the kickboxing clubs, they've added them in so the kids get to have a play with nunchucks. But really, there's no style that actually traditionally has nunchucks as part of their syllabus. So yeah, like I said, some people bolt it in, but if you do actually want to learn nunchucks and you want to get taught, really learn online is the best way to do it these days. There's not any club you can go to. Now you might luck out, you might call up a local black belt academy and kickboxing club and you might find someone that's teaching it. Well done, you're very lucky, you've done very well, but like I say, in the majority, you're going to have to teach yourself in your back garden using online, YouTube, things like that. So just having a look at the dimensions of the chucks now, most chucks are 12 inches. These are absolutely no exception. They're absolutely bang on 12 inches, 1 foot, or 30 to 31 centimeters. Now in terms of the diameter, you can see that these taper a bit, so they are smaller at the chain end rather than the butt. But on the end, they come in just around, an inch or 3 centimeters. All the dimensions of these I'll put up on the website, so if you want to know even more about them, I'll put everything online. And just having a look at the weight, these weigh in at 420 grams, which is very, very standard for hardwood nunchaku. So at Enso Martial Arts, we pride ourselves on having a wide range of nunchaku. Go and check out the selection that we have online. I'll put a link in the description down below. But as well as the Carved Dragon Nunchucks, we also have wooden cord nunchaku. We have the red foam nunchucks, perfect for kids, and the black octagonal nunchucks. We do the foam nunchaku with chain and the very popular chrome telescopic nunchucks. So as promised at the beginning, I'll just give you a few tips and tricks if you're new to nunchucks and you just want to get started. By no means is this an advanced class. This is simply just a few things just to get you started. A few simple things when you're at the beginning of training with chucks. So the first thing, obviously you've just got to get used to swinging them around. Just change direction, swinging them around the body. Nothing fancy. Just get used to have that chuck spinning around by your head. Now the first thing you probably want to do is just try a few body checks. So you want to catch them under your armpit and then maybe just bounce them off your leg and catch behind your armpit. Really, really simple, nothing fancy. Bouncing off your leg, make sure you hit your leg with the chain rather than the base of the chuck. So you completely miss your leg really, and you catch it under your armpit. You can do this both sides, you can change it up both sides, and it just gets used to spinning it. You can add on extra spins if you want. Really nice and simple, really nice and smooth, that's how you want to be. So yeah, that's a really good one just to get started with. The other one that I think is a really good one to get started with and really good for impressing your mates is hand rolls. Now there's a whole world of hand rolls that you can do, loads of crazy stuff. This is just the first one that you'll start with. Hand rolls are a release and catch, just spinning it around the back of your hand. And it's all about timing. Quite difficult to get used to, but once you've got it, you see people doing amazing hand rolls, crazy fast, crazy skilled, and definitely prone to spinning off and flying through windows and all sorts. Have a go with those two techniques and see how you get on. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it was useful. I hope you learned loads about the Carved Dragon Nunchaku we have for sale at Enso. If you like this video, click the little icon, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest videos and updates from Enso Martial Arts. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. Cheers!